Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation titled the Akdariyyah, which focuses on specific inheritance cases. Today, we'll explore a unique scenario involving paternal grandfather, siblings, and other heirs, especially when certain shares and exceptions come into play. We'll briefly go over the rules and the particular case where the presence of a husband, mother, paternal grandfather, and full or paternal half-sister creates an interesting exception. Let's get started and dive into this insightful topic. Let's take a closer look at this family chart to understand how these relationships and fractions work together. On this slide, we see different family members with their corresponding fractions, which represent their shares or connections within the family. For example, the husband is shown with a fraction of 1/2, meaning he shares a certain proportion in this context. Similarly, the mother is listed as 1/3 and the paternal grandfather as 1/6. Notice how the numbers in the table, like 6, 9, and 27, are connected to these fractions. They help us understand the ratios or parts of the whole family structure. For instance, the full sister has a different set of numbers, which may relate to her specific share or relationship value. The key point here is to see how these fractions and numbers illustrate the concept of proportional relationships within a family, which ties back to our main theme of understanding complex relationships through simple ratios. This kind of analysis can help us grasp how inheritance, responsibilities, or connections are distributed and understood in a family tree. So, as we go through this, keep in mind how these numerical relationships give us a clearer picture of family dynamics, especially when viewed through the lens of continuous learning and development. Now, let's look at the distribution process in this case. After the shares for the husband and the mother have been allocated, we're left with 1/6 of the estate. Instead of giving this remaining part directly to the paternal grandfather, the rule states that half of this remainder goes to the sister, whether she inherits the full or the paternal half. This is where the concept of all comes into play, specifically from 6 to 9. The all serves as a basis for further distribution, ensuring the shares are calculated fairly according to Islamic inheritance principles. Next, the remaining part of the estate is shared between the paternal grandfather and the sister. Remember, the rule here is that the male receives double the share of the female, which influences how the distribution is divided. To determine the final distribution, we multiply the number of heads, 3 in this case, by the basis, which is 9, giving us a total of 27. This final number, 27, represents the basis for the distribution. Overall, this process highlights the importance of applying specific rules, like the all and the male-female share ratio, to ensure a fair and proportionate division of the estate according to Islamic inheritance law.